All right, good morning, folks. It is currently the middle of the summer here in New Jersey. I'm out here on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, one of the most popular shore towns in the entire state of New Jersey. And despite it being the morning, the boardwalk is pretty busy. So today's mission is pretty simple. We've got a hybrid agenda ahead of us. This morning, we're gonna start off fishing the Atlantic City Boardwalk in an attempt to catch some summer flounder, AKA fluke, that we're gonna toss in the cooler. And then this afternoon, we're gonna migrate to Route 30, looking to put some crabs in the cooler and hopefully have ourselves a good old-fashioned South Jersey seafood catch and cook, all caught here in Atlantic City. So I'm out here this morning joined by my cousin Carter. This is his first time doing some land-based fluke fishing, so fingers crossed we get on a good bite. We've got plenty of time today to maximize all the opportunities that exist for a land-based angler here in Atlantic County. Let's get into it. All right, folks, so here, the first spot of the day, we're gonna start off fishing the boardwalk itself. We're just a couple steps from the road and the massive flagship hotel that you can see behind me. So there are some finger jetties here that reach out into Absecon Inlet that we may venture out on, as there's not much real estate here on the boardwalk to fish. It's pretty busy right now with a couple other anglers, but I haven't seen too much caught yet. So let's get all rigged up here and get to making some casts. All right, Carter, you want to grab one of those grubs? Yeah. Grab a medium-sized grub, pink one. So today's rigging is actually very simple. This is my go-to rig for land-based fluke fishing when fishing deeper water. This is just a traditional chicken rig here, which is a high-low teaser setup, a bank sinker to keep us down on the bottom, and then we're tipping both teasers with little gulp grubs right there in the pink shine color. So this is a pretty effective technique at catching fluke via land, and hopefully is going to put some fluke on the boardwalk for us today. So in addition to trying to catch a keeper today off the boardwalk, we're also looking to get Carter on his first ever land-based fluke. Sometimes it's going to be a challenge, but conditions are absolutely mint today. We've got a light wind, just got down here at the bottom of the tide, so we've got a full incoming tide ahead of us as we wait for our crapping spot to fill up in the back of the bay. And yeah, water looks good, looks fishy. Feel we'll be able to get on some fluke today for sure. It feels good to be back fishing the home surf. This is pretty much where I grew up fishing. Atlantic City, across the inlet over there in Brigantine, and I've had some really awesome days fishing this inlet, fishing the jetty, the open beaches, and well, hopefully today we can relive some of our earlier successes. So time to toss that chicken rig out there, see if there's any fluke lurking close to the rocks. We're just gonna cast parallel to this finger jetty here, as that's where the structure is, and that's where these fluke should be in. Hopefully getting snagged. All right, Carter, just bomb it out straight. Make sure that drag's good. Perfect cast, dude. Water's definitely getting cleaner. Oh yeah, this is the flounder spot, dude. There's a fish. Fluke. All right, boom, baby. Looks like our move paid off. All right, there we go, folks. On the board, our first fish of the day is a decent size, but short, maybe 16-inch fluke right there. So let's send this little guy back. We moved down off the boardwalk. I got snagged on a rock over here and had to come down to this side to get it unsnagged, and figured might as well make some casts over here on the finger jetty, try to target some deeper water and some cleaner water. We got out here at dead low tide, so all that bay water came out and really muddied it up. So I'm hoping the incoming tide pushed in some cleaner water, which should get these fish chewing. But good to see we got some life out here. First fish on the board. That guy thumped the bottom grub right here, and was definitely a surprise bite. So let's see if he doesn't have some bigger family members lurking in this jetty pocket too. Boom. All right, Carter, you're up, dude. Oh, lost one. Damn, dude. Got my tail. Just missed another bite right there. That fish took my tail clean off the gulp. So might have found ourselves a little bit of chew here on the rocks. The key is just to cover a bunch of water, a bunch of structure. You never know where these fluke could be lurking. Way in ambush or chicken rig. What, did you get a rock, buddy? Might have to get back on the boardwalk. Oh yeah. Bad? Just lost your weight? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no. Back. So while fishing these finger jetties gives us a ton of structure to fish, also gonna run into a bunch of snags out here, but seeing our weight, dude, it'd be good to fish again. Well, go back to the truck anyway. All right, folks, migrated over to another jetty here out in the inlet. Picked up one small short at our last spot, but really just slow fishing. So here we are about a block or two down the road, and hope gonna see if there's any fish lurking at this spot. Water does look a little bit cleaner here, but just really stained water all over the place. And we got to find some fish for the cooler fast, because we are burning daylight right now. And I definitely want to get to crabbing sometime this afternoon. Oh! Dude, nice! There we go, Carter. All right, I just got stuck on a rock there and lost everything I had, but Carter got himself his first land-based fluke. Nice, dude. It's gonna be a short right there, but hey, congrats, man. Congrats, buddy. Awesome. Dude, nice. They exist. All right, sweet. Now to hold them.
You just grab him by the tail?
Pinch the tail. Pinch the tail like that. And then just grab him by the cheek like that. All see? Right. All right, there we go, dude. Carter's on the board with his first ever land-based fluke. All right, buddy. Watch your step, watch your step. There he goes. Awesome release.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, chilling back in the rocks. What, did he just sit right by the edge of the rocks, or?
No.
Out there?
Out there.
And you just thought it was a rock?
I thought it was a rock, and then I was like, then I pulled a pull, and I was like, what?
You fight pretty good?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, congrats, dude. All right, we're tied up. We got one short each. Now, hopefully, next fish is a keeper. All right, there are fish to be caught. Dropped it right on one's head, dude. We're on. Little guy. As soon as we cast it, as soon as it hit the bottom, we're on. All right, there we go, folks. Fluke number 2 on the board for us. A very slow grind out here. Now getting into the afternoon hours, but we still got some fish. See you, buddy. Another short. That's second fish here, maybe 30 minutes or so. So maybe we're starting to finally get on a bite, and maybe we'll finally get our land-based Atlantic City keeper. That was an instant thump. As soon as our baits hit the bottom, we were on. Now let's see if we can't get a slightly bigger thump and upgrade. Oh, another one, dude. There we are, fish on. Back-to-back casts. All right. This one feels a little bit better here. This one's got a little weight to him. Come on, be our keeper, Fluke. Be a good Fluke. Getting a little bigger, dude. Back-to-back cast. You better get back in the water, Carter. Another one on the grub. Back-to-back cast. We might finally be getting into a little bit of a bite here.
It's not where I wanted it.
See you, dude. All right, we're weeding through them. Just need an upgrade. Oh, good fish. Good fish, good fish. Good fish. This is a good one. That's the bite we're looking for. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stay on, stay on. Stay on. Woo! Yeah, baby! Woo! That's the bite we're looking for, baby. Let's go. Woo! All right, let's get a quick measure on him. I think he'll be 18. All right, that is definitely the best fish we've got so far today. Please, please keep. Felt pretty big in the water, looks pretty big. Close that mouth. 18 inches on the nose. I mean, on the dot. That's 18 all day. All right, that's just amazing right there. Let's get this guy dehooked before he does it himself. All right, well, there we go, folks. Our keeper Fluke that we were so desperately looking for. Took a while, but 18 inches on the nose right there. That is an Atlantic City keeper flounder. So we are right up against the bell. It's 3:15. We don't have too much time left in the day, so I don't want to leave a good bite if there still is one. So we're gonna grind this spot out for a couple more casts, see if we can't get another fish. Then we're gonna pack it up and head up the road a little bit to do some crabbing. But that is the dinner fish we were looking for. Phew! First mission achieved. Got the keeper Fluke we were looking for off the boardwalk area. It took a bit of a grind. We had to bounce around a couple of those finger jetties there, and was definitely not a hot bite by any means. Picking through 4 shorts to land that one keeper. But we got fish in the cooler, so we're headed to the next spot of the day where we're going to be leaving the fishing rods in the truck and instead trading our rod and reel for some crab traps. All right, folks, we've made it to the concrete slab that we're gonna be crabbing off of this afternoon. Just a couple miles out of Atlantic City and a 10-minute drive where we caught our land-based keeper Fluke about 30 minutes ago. So the highway to my right is Route 30 an interstate that runs from Atlantic City all the way to the West Coast, and a road that I travel on pretty much every day. Despite driving over this bridge almost every day, I have never actually pulled my truck off to the side and stopped and fished. This is one of the most popular land-based spots that I see people fish and crab down here in South Jersey, as pretty much every time I drive by, there's someone with a line dropped in or a rod casted into one of these estuary creeks running through the marsh. So hopefully today it's our turn to have some luck. We got a couple hours left in the day to drop down our mesh traps and hopefully catch some blue claw crabs to go with our summer flounder dinner. You. All right, so in terms of setup, it's really pretty simple. We just got these cheap mesh traps, and for bait today, we're using a couple of panfish I caught off the beach. First bait we're gonna be dropping in is this little spot, and all I'm gonna do is just get our bait clip here, stick it through the spot. There we go. First trap going down. I'm gonna drop this right down in the middle of the bridge. All right, first trap on the bottom. Dropping down traps 2 and 3 right here. Also baited up with another little spot. And Carter's trap got a little kingfish in there. All right, let's drop these to the bottom, dude. And there we go. Just set up a decent spread of traps here along the bridge. Just brought out a handful of traps. Didn't go too overboard. And well, now it's a waiting game. Just gonna sit back, relax, enjoy the sights and sounds of the side of the highway. All right, dude, let's get them. Phew. All right, what do you think, Carter? Ready to take the traps? First one coming up. Oh, there's a crab. That's gonna be a short, it looks like. Dude, that got chewed. That spot got chewed up good. All right, there we go. First crab, quick release. Send that trap back down there. All right, next trap. Oh, all right, pull that up. All right, and second trap is completely broken. That's awesome. There's a little guy. And another little crab in the third trap. There he goes. All right, dude. First pull, waited about 20 minutes, 2 short crabs, and we probably had a 10-pound blue claw in this trap, but the bottom gave out, so time to do some repair work. Boom. There we go. It took like 2 minutes. Good as new. All right, send it back down. Hopefully this time stays together. All right, it's been about 15 minutes since you last pulled the traps. We almost went 3 for 3 last time. One of the traps is messed up, so. Nothing here in our first pull. Might need some new bait on that guy. 0 for 1 so far. You might be good luck, Carter. It's a rough start. Second trap, the one we just fixed. Also nothing. Fingers crossed, third trap here. Oh for 3. Probably let them sit longer than 15 minutes next time. That's a tough pull. Carter's me back on deck though. He's definitely better luck on the traps than me. All right, Carter, I did not do too good last time. There we go, there's one. It might be a keeper. Get him in, get him in. Let's get a bucket. That might be a keeper right there. Drop him in the bucket. Give him a quick measure. Yes, sir. All right, next trap. Two little guys. There we go, another little short right there. He's on fire. What's in the last trap, Carter? Another little guy. You just dumped that one out. There he goes. All right, Carter's hot this afternoon. I've got no crabs under my belt, but he checked the traps this time. Crabs in every pot, and might even have our first keeper. There we go. All right, nice job, dude. Let's give this guy a measure. See if we got our first keeper. Gotcha. All right, this guy's got to be 4.5 point to point. There's 1 point. I think he just barely makes it, right?
Yeah. Just barely.
1 point there. Yeah.
Yeah, he just barely makes it.
All right, here, want to hold him up? All right, there we go. Not a monster, but our first keeper crab of the afternoon. 4.5 inch blue claw right there. Going in the bucket. Nice job, dude. Now we just gotta get you some friends. Yeah, we've got a crab for dinner. Gonna need a little more than that to get us full tonight. All right, first one here. Nothing, dude. I just don't have the touch. Come on, second trap. Oh, this trap just keeps falling apart on us. Another little crab. Yeah, I'll have to fix that one. Trap number 3. Oh, there we go. That's a good jimmy right there.
Oh, only 1 claw. It's all right.
That guy is definitely going to keep right there. Woo. Solid blue claw. Missing 1 claw right there, so he holds true to his name. Blue claw. All right, in the bucket he goes. Sweet. All right, there we go. I'm on the board. We got a keeper blue claw. Me and Carter are tied up. You get the next pool, dude. Better be some more keepers. All right. Slowly starting to make ourselves a dinner plate here. All right, man. You're up. This one got a keeper last time. See, you still got the touch, Carter. Another broken trap. All right. Oh, can't catch them like that.
Yeah.
Nothing. You're losing it, dude. Nothing, dude. That current is ripping too. That's might be a keeper. Get him up, get him up, get him up.
Oh, I didn't know the hole. I didn't know it was the hole.
Oh, he's small. Yeah, they're both small. That's a good one. Keeper? Maybe? Yeah, he'll keep. Let go. Let go of the trap. All right, there we go. Carter got himself another keeper. Number 3 for our afternoon, which is quickly turned into evening. We are burning daylight, but it is just amazing to be out here. It's a bit busy at times, but it's actually very relaxing sitting out here on the edge of the marsh. Oh, a whole bunch of them, dude. That one, I don't know if any of them are gonna keep. That guy might keep.
That one's gone.
Damn, 3-peep, dude. That's the best haul yet.
Yeah.
That one will keep.
Yeah.
That one will keep too. Let's get the bucket over here. All right, dude, you're on fire today. Well, all right, folks, that's a wrap at the crab trap. Time to clean up all of our gear off the bridge, and then we're gonna head just a couple feet away from the busy road behind me to do a proper South Jersey urban catch and cook. All right, so folks, been a pretty fun day. Bounced around a couple different spots here in Atlantic City. Started off this morning exploring the boardwalk and the jetties and picked up a keeper fluke. Then we just ventured out here onto the side of Route 30, did some brief crabbing, and managed to get almost a half dozen keeper crabs in our bucket. So unfortunately, my fishing partner for the day, Carter, just got picked up by my aunt and uncle as they head back west and left me here at this abandoned gas station. We're gonna be cooking up today's catch. So we've got about 30 minutes of daylight left. Very simple recipe, very simple cooking technique ahead. I just brought out a small pot for the crabs and a small pan for the fluke. So let's get to cooking. All right, now first things first, we've got to get some water boiling here on the stovetop. Cook these crabs in. Just got a regular Wawa gallon of water here. That should be enough to get a little steam going. Click on our stove. There we go. We've got fire. All right, now first things first, we got to fillet up our 18-inch fish right here. Fluke are one of my favorite eating fish over here in Jersey, and for good reason are one of the most targeted and highly sought after fish all across the Northeast, as they are relatively plentiful and just absolutely delicious on the summer dinner table. To fillet these guys, just go straight down the spine, and I use my knife to slowly work towards the top fin there. There we go. That's a beautiful fluke fillet right there. There's a couple more where that came from. And there we go. Not really much meat left on that skeleton there. Toss that in the bucket with our crabs. Looks like we got some steam already too. Now it's time for us to grab our crabs out of the bucket, set them into the steamer. Oh, crabs are on the steamer. Let's cover them up. Oh my God. We can't forget to add some good old Bay seasoning too. Absolutely cannot have steamed crabs without some of this magical Old Bay. Just cover these babies up. Boom. We'll check on those in about 20 minutes. And there we go. Fluke fillets are finished. Crabs are steaming. And it is just a beautiful evening out here. So while our crabs steam on the tailgate, I'm gonna toss these guys in a little pan and have some quick pan fried fluke. Just some very simple cooking out here for us today, as I'm not trying to be out here past dark. And well, the food really speaks for itself. Our only ingredient we brought out here, in addition to the Old Bay, is obviously some butter. Costs about a tablespoon of butter in our pan. Let that baby get all buttered up. And we're gonna take our same Wawa water, give these guys a little rinse. And of course, some more Old Bay going on the fluke. And that is all she wrote. I might have been a little too generous on the crabs. Now let's toss our fluke fillets in the butter. And we are cooking, baby. Woo! Oh yeah, that flounder looks delicious already. Oh, that fluke's been on there long enough. Oh yeah, just falling apart. And that's why fluke is just so good. Just such an incredibly tender fish. Boom. All right, we'll let our fluke rest to the side right here. Definitely have to sneak a quick bite. All right, and our crab should be just about done too. Take those off the heat. Let's check these big puppies out. Perfect. That's that perfect golden red you're looking for. And well, we're about to find out how I did on these crabs too, because I am a crab eater, but this is the first time I've ever cooked crabs, and quite the environment to do so. Now that is a plate right there. That looks just absolutely amazing. Some fresh caught New Jersey blue claws from maybe half a mile down the road. Some fresh caught New Jersey summer flounder from a jetty a couple miles down the road the other way. Oh, doesn't get much fresher or better than that. Just what a classic, delicious Jersey plate. Fresh fluke. And we have yet to try our crab, so. Supposedly the key is to wait for that red shell that we have on all of the crabs. So. Now we just got to see if the meat held out well, which it looks like it did. Oh yeah. Wow. That's amazing. I must say, I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. I did not think I was gonna pull these crabs off. No timer, just sat them, kind of forgot about them for a little bit. They came out just perfect. Can never neglect to break open the legs and get that sweet little bit of meat back there. That Old Bay, just amazing. That back flipper meat there, juicy little bite. That mustard on there, wow. These are some damn good crabs. Now let's bust open this big boy here. Oh yeah. That's such a succulent, delicious meat, and just cooked absolutely perfectly. That is a delicious bite. Sweet, juicy. And that is gonna be all she wrote, folks. What an amazing day on the water. Signing off now in this abandoned gas station parking lot with an absolutely beautiful sunset in front of me. I am really grateful for how today turned out. I had a lot of doubts throughout the day. Did not think we were able to get a keeper fluke. Did not think we were able to get on the crabs. And didn't even know how the cooking portion would turn out if we made it that far. And honestly, we checked every box that I came out here to check today. The fishing wasn't stellar by any means. I only managed to catch a couple shorts and then finally stumbled upon that keeper. I was really happy though to get Carter on his first ever land-based fluke. And then venturing out here to Route 30 to do some crabbing that I have no idea what I'm doing on the side of the road. This is not my cup of tea. Crabbing at before, pulled off. I only contribute one to the pot, and then you know, enjoying the delicious meal here while watching the sunset. Really just kind of tied it all together, and yeah, just a truly blessed day on the water. So thank you guys for watching this video. I had an absolutely awesome time filming this video. Something a little bit different. It was also fantastic to get my cousin Carter out there and you know, just watch someone younger than myself really enjoy surf fishing and crabbing and just being outside and, you know, spending time on the water with someone younger than you that really appreciates it. And well, we'll definitely be getting Carter back out on the channel at some point soon. So with that being said, folks, I got a massive mess I got to go back home and clean up. It's been a very fast-paced day trying to cover all the bases. So with that being said, legs are a little tired. I'm gonna sign off here and catch you folks in the next one. This is the first video I've filmed all summer 2025, as I've been on a lot of missions and trips. Fishing hasn't always been fantastic, but I'm stoked I finally got something out there online for you guys that hopefully appreciate it. So I'm done rambling.